Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a beverage of your choice, because today is another episode of Terrifying Tuesdays, in which I review a movie from the collection of the movies, stuff that my father left me. This is another movie that is on the 6 classic tales from Inner Sanctum Mysteries. It is called Weird Woman from 1944. And it stars, again, Lon Chaney Jr. The summation on here says, sorcery and superstition take a walk down the aisle when a professor marries a woman raised in the jungle by voodoo witchcraft practitioners, and then dismisses her ominous warnings. It's 1 hour and 4 minutes. Now, I know these are listed as, mysteries, but they are also kind of horror. Which is why I do them. Among other things. Now, I'm almost done with all of the movies on here, and as usual, this is a wonderfully done film. I mean, it's only 1 hour, 4 minutes long, but let me give you an expanded synopsis of this movie. You have Lon Chaney Jr., who plays a what do you call him, anthropologist type, who goes to an island that's got kind of a jungle. It doesn't specifically say what, like where, but it seems like some sort of a Polynesian type, maybe a Hawaii type place. I don't know. They don't specifically say, but he goes there to study. His specialty is in like witchcraft and voodoo, and so he goes there to study the stuff, and where he runs across this group of natives, islanders, whoever this is. I'm not even sure if it's an island, but doing a ritual, and there is a young white woman there who is practicing along with him, and it turns out that she is the daughter of a former colleague of his who had been there studying, and he had died, and so the high priestess raised her up, in the absence of the father. And you find that out, and where they meet, this part is where they meet. It was done in a flashback. She's doing some sort of ritual for a kind of a death ceremony to make it so someone has to die so they can continue with their good luck for their tribe or whatever. And then by the time he comes back to the States, he is married to her. where his main job is a professor at a very, I guess, prestigious university. And him coming back there is where the trouble starts. Because one, as a scientist, he doesn't, one, believe that. He thinks that's all superstitious hocus pocus. But that's his study, and he wound up writing a book about it. That's one. And two, him being married, he had a woman there that he had been kind of casually flirting with, or as far as he was concerned, flirting, just casually flirting with, who, as far as she was concerned, it was a lot more serious about it than he was, and so she gets all upset about him marrying because she wanted to be with him. And so you get introduced to a couple of other characters, and so things start happening in, bad things happen to some of their associates. You find out that one of his other professors had written this book as well, and they were both doing well. It turns out the other guy possibly plagiarized it, and it's looking towards the professor, Lon Chaney Jr.'s character, had maybe leaked the information, and the wife was using her magic to try and protect them, and there's a big argument with them, and he makes her stop doing it. So that's when things start really going wrong. So there is a kind of a thing of, wait a minute, were they protected before because of the magic, and now that it's not done, the things are going bad? Or is it just because the scheming of this one woman who is trying to get back at him for not going with her or being with her? And so there's the spurned woman type of thing, and the political intrigue of the academia at a college mixed with mysticism. And it was really kind of well done, but there's one thing that I just thought was kind of funny. Whenever he was remembering back to stuff and starting to doubt things, that would be the Lon Chaney. When I say he, I mean Lon Chaney Jr.'s character, the professor. He remembers back to certain things, and he's doubting himself. You have the inner monologue, the voiceover inner monologue, and there's two ways they do that. I mean, aside from just to distinguish. I mean, it's kind of obvious that it's a voiceover, so yes, it's his thoughts. That would be enough. But they have this kind of weird music playing, and it's also a kind of this echoey tone to it. It's like to bring home the point. It's like, okay, yeah, dude, it's a voiceover. We understand that it's his inner thoughts. You don't need the extra stuff to punch it up, but it was kind of I found that kind of amusing. But it was very well crafted. I mean, all of these are based It's not a turkey. They're all based on books. I don't know if the books are connected, as was this. So, it was very well done, and you know who's doing the things. It's the mystery part isn't who was doing what. It's, I think what they're trying to say was, was it the magic that was getting, or the lack of the magical protection that's allowing this to happen, or is it just because, it's just not humanity. It's the science, or it's just the people acting, or is the magic protecting it or not protecting it once it stops. And then also they're commenting on human nature, and I really liked this because you have just, you understand the motivations of everybody, and it was just kind of fun to watch. It's one of the old timey type, from like the 40s. So there was nothing really bad. Even the fight scenes were kind of cheesy, and gunplay was like, dude, you were 4 feet away. How can you miss with a gun? But it was well done and really kind of just entertaining and enjoyable. So I have to say it was, again, worth watching. If you can get this collection, or if you can just see a Weird Woman on its own from like maybe a TCM or something like that, watch it. It's not too bad on the the non-white people. They actually, they don't go full bore on the jilted English. They all speak English quite well, and they don't go, do the stuff that they normally do on some of the things with the non-white characters. But it was well acted, well shot, well written, and just fun. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5, just because it's kind of short. It should have been maybe a little longer, but probably would have drawn it out a little bit too more. But I'd say, get it, 4.5 out of 5, and watch it. Anyway, let me know if you've ever seen it in the comments below, what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your old horror mysteries.